I'm done trading for this week. Not because I will not find another setup, because I'm staying consistent in what I do. Now, I took 6 trades this week. I'm gonna go in full detail and how I done it, which one I took, which one I could do better on, and this is how you actually have to review every trade you take. So every week you're done with trading, go over your trades, review them, look what you could have done better, if it's your fault, yes or no, or is it just the market that did want to do something different? Let's go in detail now and how I've done my trades, how much I scored, and how the outcome is. Let's go check it out together. So here we are at my journal. Now let's go over every trade we took today in this week, and we will go in depth also in how much we made, how much progress we made, what we could have done differently, what not. So the first one I took was on 8th of December on Monday. I took 2 trades on Monday. I didn't take a trade on Tuesday. I took 1 trade on Wednesday. I took 2 trades on Thursday and 1 on Friday. In total, we made, I'll go in that one in a second. Let's jump in those trades. So I took a long, no boss, entered on a 1-hour FEG, got tapped, and I wanted to follow order flow, took out my TP. So this was a trade. Here, actually, I had to be more patient. So we had a break of structure. I went into this trade actually too soon. So this was my own fault, nothing else. This was my own responsibility. I have a plan, so I had to follow that plan better. Now this was my own mistake, so this one should not actually even be in here. Fully transparent, this is what happens. Sometimes, even if you are a fully professional trader, you can sometimes see more things than you want, and this can happen too. So I took a minus 0.9 on this trade. This was my entry. I took a short afterwards to the downside, but the market was just chopping around here the whole day. I'll show you in a second. So my full TP did get hit, but that was in the afternoon session, not in the morning session, when we were actually trading. So recapping on this one, it should not be in a journal. So this was fully my own doing. I should have been patient for that break of structure. That's it. We had no full break of structure, so actually we had no entry. I took a short after a sweep of liquidity. Market has been choppy after we stopped moving, put at my stop just below my entry. So same day, I'll go over the same view. So here was my first entry, and I got stopped on this wick right here. You just seen that a second ago, so that was actually, so this was the first move, so this is 5 minutes. I go back to a 5 minutes, so this was this part, right? So you can see. So after we moved, I saw a shift in structure right here, and I actually should have entered already on this one sooner. So what did I do? I actually went in it when I saw the full structure got shifted to the downside. I took an entry. I wanted to short it down. The market came back up, it tapped my entry, and I got stopped out like 2 points below my entry. So I got a 0.01 or 0.1, something like that out of it. So not much to talk about it. Markets were just chopping around, and it chopped actually the whole morning session. So I was actually very happy that I got out of trade. Trade 10. So the 10th of December, I took along all the retracement and traded trailed stop 3 points from my full TB. I got stopped. Okay. So this was my trade. I got a full recap of this trade. I'll put a link in the description of this full recap of this trade. If you want to go watch how I took this trade, why I exactly took this trade. This is a textbook trade of break of structure and a continuation play. Definitely want to go watch. Full TP was hit. It actually hit full buy side liquidity on the top right here. But nothing else to tell about, and this was actually a perfect textbook trade. So what do? We had a full move up. We had a full retest off of it. I got online actually on this in this minute when this candle was forming. I saw that retest of the structure. I put my stop at that break or at that retest of that structure, and I actually wanted to long all the way to that perfectly moved. The market moved it directly in my direction. So I was immediately in profit, never came back to my entry, and clean trade. Shared in Discord before I took it, so anybody that could have followed was easy along. All my trades are taking live in front of you all of today, so just follow along and you will be able to do the same as I do. So I took a long, small retracement, good clean entry. After a retracement, took a profit sooner because I didn't have time today. Okay, so I'll go over it. Oh yeah, I know exactly what happened here. So again, we had break of structure right here. We came back to that 62 level. We retraced even to that 78 level. Once we formed a changing character on this 5 minute, we had a retest of it. I entered on it and I took a 2R profit. This was TP1. I wanted to see it get the full hit to the top side. It actually later on took my limit order out, took out that stop, and it stopped just a minute before here. There was still a minute for value cap down below, and then it took out full TP to the top. So TP1 got hit. I got out at 2R right here. I took TP1, I took a small profit, and I said 2R is enough because actually that day I had a company business that I had to do. I had to go after some chores that I needed to do, but everything else played out perfect fine. Good trade. Nothing to tell about it. That was a textbook trade. Then live on stream, I took another long. So I took a long after a sweep, break of structures. We had patience for the retests of that fair value gap to the upside. Trade moved very close to my stop, and then it moved back to the range and hit my TP. I took a 1.5 hour profit, and then I left one contract running to the upsides. I'll go in depth over this trade. So this was the trade that we took. We had a 15-minute for value gap. Here we made a break of structure to the upside. We came back down inside that 15-minute for value gap. Stops actually was this equal, these equal tops because it swept this candle. I put my stop in here. That was my idea that the market should not come back down to. We entered on a 15-minute tap, and it was a 5-minute for value gap too. Limit orders, both of them, limit orders got tapped in. The markets hang around here for a while, so these are 15-minute candles. So I was 1, 2, 3, about a half hour, not in profit. Afterwards, the market swept up, and I stopped full TP right here. This was a 0.5 retracement of a full move down, so I didn't want to take it to that 50 level. I wanted to be sure that I'd be in profit. I stopped stream when we got back up here. I shared all the rest in Discord to people to know what I was doing and how I was taking profits. There was a TP1 hook somewhere in this region where we took some profit sooner, so this is why I got like a 2.5 on this trade. Very clean trade. Textbook trade again. Very happy about this one. Today, while I'm making this movie, the 12th of December 2025, long after a sweep, came back down to a fair value gap of a 1H, 30 minutes, and a 15-minute shift to the upside with a 5-minute change of character, and I only took a 0.5 R in this trade. So I only have a half hour loss because I actually only took a half hour in this trade. Reason why is we were chopping here, or actually ranging. Asia low was very nearby, and we had an opening gap for 130 points. So that was a huge opening gap. Doesn't always happen, especially not in the day itself. So nonetheless, doesn't matter. So I wanted to see the market go back to the full structure to the upside. ES did this and Q did not. So ES, we went up. We can see here we had a shift in structure on a 5-minute base. It looked like the market wanted to shift back up. I entered actually on a small candle back down. Entry was 25,760, so just below that one, below that entry of that candle. We tapped, and I wanted to see it long to the upside. Now, what did the market do? It sit here for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then it chopped it down. Opening came from London, and then it swept me out. Nothing to do about it. I ended the day with that. So my total trading, if we are in with this amount, how much did I make this week? I made a sweeping, let me calculate this actually to make sure. It says here 5R, but I didn't actually count it, so let me do it. Minus 0.9 plus 0.1 plus 1.8 plus 2r plus 2.5 and minus 0.5. So I made a sweeping 5r this month. 6 trades took somebody in the community have way bigger trades than I did. I just take them consistently over and over again, slowly, so that we actually can keep the profits always that we make. So I'm done for this week, not because I don't want to have another trade, just because I want to be consistency, and that's why I want to stop trading right now. So for the mindset, it's very important that you know when to stop. Now I'm gonna go over my monthly too, where we at, so that you actually know what we're doing. So I've been doing live trades from July already, and these are the scores we made. Last month we only made like a 7.1 in 20 hours, 28 trades, 14 and 14, exactly 14 profits and 14 not profits. December right now I'm on 12 trades, 8 profits, 4 not, and I'm already on 7.9. So I'm already better than previous month. So I'm already very happy for the month. So if you are not journaling right now and you want to be consistent in trading, you actually always need to do this. The reason why you need to journal, you need to be able to see when a trade goes correctly and when not. This is my favorite mascot. He's always with me here. He's always supporting me, making these movies, and he's always online with you guys too. That's the famous Azul. A few of the community members already know him. Now, again, journal your trades, guys. You need it. Send them to me on Discord. I'm willing to go over them so that you know how to read them, make sure that you can improve on them, why you took some trades. But review your trades. You want to become a professional trader? You need to do this. If you don't do it, why do you even want to trade? Ask yourself, do you want to become the best out of it? Then you have to learn what the best do. You have to have the mindset of the best, and you also need to adapt to what 95% people don't do. So journal, one of them. Review your trades. What could I have done better? Is it my fault? Am I doing correctly? Am I doing correctly? Great, good. But also see it. Now, I made 5 hour profit, so I want to go do something with it. After a week and you make a profit, treat yourself nice. Even if you didn't take a profit that week, also treat yourself nice if you followed your plan. Make sure that you have a plan. If you don't, you can go into my bootcamp and I'll give you a course where everything is inside. If you have any interest in it, the link will be down below. You can just take it and see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you back on Mondays, of course.